Now, is it just me, or is every app trying to sell you something nowadays? Everything is turning into a consumer application. Oh. Oh, you noticed my new sweater, obviously. Yeah, this sweater is really cozy, and I bought it on the TikTok app for $13. Yeah, even the TikTok app is turning into a consumerism app. Right in between the For You page and the following page is the shopping page. And, like, everything on your For You page is a content creator making some, like, sponsored post about something from the TikTok shop that they get a cut of the revenue for if someone buys something from it. So, like, every app, even Elon's $44 billion playground that he bought, he's trying to turn that into a shopping center as well. Everyone's trying to sell you something. And that's more new stuff. I actually, the story that I wanted to talk about today is from a shopping center that's a lot older than all of these guys, but has only recently gotten into a bit of controversy, at least as far as I've been seeing people talk about online. And that app of obsession we're going to be digging into today is called Depop. It's like a selling app. Most of you have probably never heard of it, but it is quite a popular app. It's existed all the way since 2011. However, it only really grew into prominence around 2015, which both of those years don't really put it into perspective. Like that, let me put it into perspective for you. 2015, that's when the "What are those" meme came out. Even though Disney decided to use it in the Black Panther movie 3 years later, that's when that meme originated. Alongside, like, that one dress that's blue and black or gold and white, and we couldn't decide which color it was, and the internet blew up and still hasn't decided to this day. That was 2015, and that's when this site, Depop, came into prominence. And it's really just kind of snuck under the radar ever since then. However, I'm saying snuck under the radar as if this company is some sort of evil, malicious, and no-good doer, right? But really, Depop's desires as a company are a good thing. Their goal with Depop, and essentially being like a mini eBay, is to minimize waste, allowing you to resell things in your house, like that old sweater you've never touched in 3 years, or your shoes that you've absolutely obliterated, and then you market it as actually not obliterated, then give free money. Don't do that. That's a scam. That's called a scam. But allowing people to sell things on the site is essentially just minimizing as much waste as possible. And that's a respectable goal as a brand. I think that's really great. However, the issues tend to arise with the user side of things. There are a lot of people who see this as a means to acquire as much money as humanly possible. You know, human nature. But essentially, we're going to dig into it in the video. All the really weird things I've been seeing happen on this app. And the first and biggest thing, in my opinion, that really got my attention on this entire subject, and then I dug deeper and saw all the other weird bugs that are hiding in the attic, is scalping. It's people who scalp, but they don't scalp in a respectable way, and that, like, there is a respectable way to scalp, but I'm saying, like, they don't steal things from big brands. They go into shit like thrift stores. They go into thrift stores and buy as much of the designer brands as possible and resell them on Depop for way more than they bought it for. And that sounds relatively harmless, right? Oh, they're going to the thrift store. They have extra clothes, right? You realize why thrift stores have extra clothes? Those stores are used to supply poor families and low-income families with clothing so they can wear things. Like, these kids are going to these stores and taking everything that is relatively high-end or just not ass and selling them on Depop for extremely inflated prices. And that, in itself, is one of the scummiest things I've ever seen in my life. But it only gets weirder from here, because you see, the next thing I started doing was digging into the Depop Reddit. I'm not a fan of Reddit. I rarely associate with the app where people don't shower, but I was really curious as to the common users' conversations around Depop. Was it positive? Were people just trading in the app? What's going on down there? And one of the main things I see, and one of the big things I saw at first, is something like this. People being like, oh, is this allowed? These pink shoes are being sold for 42 British bucks. I don't know what those are called. And then, but they're actually only 14 if you go to any shop like Amazon. People scalping shoes. I wonder where they got them. Probably not the thrift store. Oh, I doubt they went to Goodwill and stole from a homeless person. Like, this is so incredibly scummy. And this is just an example. This is one of many. This was one that was posted within 10 hours ago. It was posted 10 hours ago. And I mean, like, one of the only memes that I saw on the entire Depop subreddit was actually a meme hating on Depop, in a way. Not hating on the users, because there was this meme that's like, how to become a Shein reseller, except they X out Shein and X out Re. It's like a Depop seller, no skills required, and it just shows like this goofy graph of all the different things that they steal and resell, and just essentially satirizing the idea that scalpers are dickheads, and I will spill this water on them. Just kidding. There's no water. You've been scammed, you idiot. And then the other huge issue that I've been seeing grow within the Depop community is this strange, it's kind of like, you know how like Twitch streamers, how when you go live and no one appears at your stream because discoverability is a bunch of poo-poo duty? Well, it's apparently becoming that way for Depop as well. I've been seeing many posts like, something has changed over the past 3 months. When I opened the shop a year ago, my items sold fairly regularly, and if I received offers, they were reasonable and always followed through. Over the past 3 months, I've received extreme lowball offers with no traction. What's happening to the customer base? Well, alongside this one that says, hard time reviving popularity with sales to gain traction. Hi all, I used to sell a lot and get tons of sales, and now I'm barely getting any sales. So something is going wrong with people buying things on Depop, and I have a few different Matt Pat game theories as to why this is happening. And I don't know exactly how popular Depop is, so this theory is completely uninformed. This is nowhere near a hypothesis. But I am theorizing that either A, the site is getting more popular, and so shittier people are using it and doing stupid things on the app, but that wouldn't explain why they aren't getting more sales. The other option, and my thought is B, the second letter of the alphabet, is that there are less people using Depop because no one's really talking about it, aside from the various TikToks I've seen telling people not to steal from homeless people. And so maybe there are less people using the app, and so the only people left are just trying to scalp the app for everything they can get. Just like, oh, that sweater? Oh, that Louis Vuitton sweater? But like, the background, I don't like the background. Can I get it for $10? And of course, I'm starting to feel like I'm at Ripken Stadium right now because we're going for the third strike. And to dig into this, first I'm going to dig into the community harassment policy on Depop. And of course, it has the entire shebang, right? Don't swear at users, don't name call, don't send insults, essentially all the different things your kindergarten teacher would tell you not to do on the playground. Don't send rude and aggressive, vulgar, or derogatory comments or messages. So like essentially the opposite of Twitter. And just a bunch of, hey, don't be mean, no call outs or name and shaming. What? I didn't read this at first. Posting listings on the app and to name and shame other users for any reason. I'm so curious what happened to make this a rule. Sending messages or comments on users on the platform, calling out and name and shaming other users. Wait, what is name and shame? Hold on, I'm going to do a bit of a search. All right, I found it on Wikipedia. Even though it doesn't have a dictionary definition, it has a Wikipedia page. Apparently, name and shame is to publicly say that a person, group, or business has done something wrong. It's a form of public shaming and used to rally popular opinion against and in turn discourage kinds of behavior or enterprises. Wait, so you're saying people aren't allowed to call out a scammer for scamming? Depop? That's like a fourth strike. I wasn't even what I was going to talk about. Depop, what are you doing, buddy? All right, I'm getting too uptight. My shoulders are getting tense. I need to roll them back because we got one last strike. The thing I was going to show you in the first place, which was kind of funny, and this is why I saved it for last, was the interactions that happen and the screenshots of different conversations that happen between buyer and seller on Depop. One of my favorites, and the one I'm going to start you off with, is this one, where someone's like, already 15% off listing price, not looking to negotiate any lower. And they sent a tongue hanging out emoji and said, live a little, get silly. This man is a goddamn businessman. I didn't know Elon Musk had a burner account on Depop. That's crazy. I honestly, for that, I would bring the price down. Not by 15% though, maybe 50%, I feel for him. I want to get silly. Alongside what I would like to call the D1 hater, he's a Division 1 hater. I've never seen anyone so maliceful. So you can rate different sellers on the app for how well they sold to you if it wasn't a crappy product and things like that. And someone said, why the 1 star? And they said, I've had a bad day since I woke up. Sorry. Jumper's perfect, but I've had enough bad reviews as of late for doing absolutely nothing wrong. So I'm balancing it out by giving some 1 stars out. Please take it personally. It just helps my mental health. And they wrote a 1 star saying, item as described and pictured, well packaged and communicative seller. 1 star. I hate you so much. And the other thing that I've been seeing in quite a few screenshots, but I'm only going to show you one example because I don't want to take your entire day making this video or my entire day editing it, is really creepy DMs from certain people because it isn't a moderated chat. And honestly, from what I've seen from many of the users on the subreddit, is reporting on the app almost goes to deaf ears. Like when you report an account for scamming, harassing, and various other things, the app really doesn't do much about it. And I don't really know why that is so. Maybe all of the staff, since it was created in 2011, have aged to the point that they don't know how to read or something, like they've become dementia ridden. But there's users like this on the app. On a sale about a lingerie, they said, can you wear them around for a day and send some videos and I'll purchase them? And they said they're reporting them because, yeah, what on earth did you just send that woman? That was just strange and uncomfortable and Depop is not doing nothing about it. Overall, though, I think that the main thing that is a problem about Depop isn't the app itself. Yeah, reporting doesn't work, but I mean, you're going to have a weird interaction on the app anyway. The best that you can do is log off. They don't have your address. But I think the main thing and the terrible thing about it is the instigating of this reselling of thrift store products. That is the thing that made me create this video in the first place, because if I see any of you, I swear to God, you homies, this community here, let's promise together to not be shitters like that, okay? Let's work together here, because I don't want to see that happening with us. We are a good bunch here on YouTube. We don't create a bad example. But yeah, that's the main issue. But that's about it for now. I've yelled too much in this video. I'm not actually mad about all of this. I just think it's hilarious and also kind of strange that this app has existed for so long and yet has almost no moderation. But I appreciate you guys sitting around with me. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new and maybe like the video as well. And of course, let me give you guys the song of the day, because just like these thrift store shoppers, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough by Michael Jackson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every person here has heard it, but it fit with the joke, so I had to say it. So it's going in the songs of the day playlist that you can find in the description below. And if you want to stay connected, I have a Discord server, but that's neither here nor there. Stay connected here. Subscribe. Do it. Come on, man. And also comment your thoughts. I'm curious what you guys think on it. And also, if you've made it this far in the video, let's get a random comment. Let's say this. Let's say the hedgehog has left the Academic Success Center. That's what it says on his shirt. It's from my school. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Stick around for more. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And yeah, don't do that. Don't do the thrift thing. Stop it. Hey, stop. Don't leave your house.